Let's see how many times he's cameraman out in the cold before we switch back.
I came across a rock shelf. Oh, that is pretty. Wow. And I had to bust them rocks out. Some of them were the size of like Volkswagens. Bush hogged it, sprayed it twice, planted it.
This was kind of the Cinderella story of food plots on your place this year, right? Last plot that you and I planted at my place that we dug up 6 weeks before it sprouted.
Yep. Look at this, the deer are using this trail right here. This is like the 4th spring I've found on the property so far. All right, we're hot, man. Range is hot. Stay out in the middle.
We're gonna go up the center.
Yep. Yeah, Phil helped me put in the 2 blinds we're gonna see up here. Oh, that is pretty. Wow.
There was a puddle right there.
Yep. Couple of crush. Whatever's left over. I'm gonna mow this all this winter and get ready. Start working it up.
Are you gonna plant? We had talked about possibly just running a big corn and bean strip down the center of this.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yep.
Okay. My suggestion is, don't even don't even worry about the hay, because they won't want to pull the hay until June, and you're going to be behind.
Oh, where were they? I missed them.
They're over there by that blind. Unless my eyeballs are messed up, but I swear to God, that's a deer.
No, them are.
Nope, it ran.
Yeah.
There's there's that big there's that big FU tail.
Yep. There she goes.
Did you get over there close?
I see it. I don't know if it's a buck running right down my bush hog trail. Look at that. That is cool. That is cool. There it goes to the left. All right, so you're going to see more deer here. They're down in the lower right corner, but these are bucks, as you're going to see. At least one of them's got a really decent set of antlers on them. Oh, that is neat. There's another one, a bigger one.
Is there?
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
I only saw the one.
3. Wait, there's 3. Oh, that's
no, this
4. 4.
Now I gotta wait 7 days for part 3 of this video to come out for me to be able to see this.
Oh, that is cool.
You're putting this in part 1.
I think. Okay, I'll catch up to you. So.
All right.
Go ahead.
Ready?
All them times I was looking at farms during the winter, during the freezing rains and that. It's nice to actually be here.
The snow is only fun when you're inside a warm cab.
And if we wanted to, we could take our handguns and lever action off of the rack and pop off with many rounds as we want.
Oh, I passed you up. Come on. Hammer back. I'll try to match the speed.
Oh yeah, it's faster now. I'm going. I'm up and out. Nice.
All right, I'm gonna cut a donut. If I can.
Nice.
So I don't know if you wanted me to do that or not, but we did it.
We did it. All right, let's finish up the drone battery. Sorry. Keep going. It's telling me my drone's gonna drop out of the sky.
Well, if it drops out in the middle of here, it wouldn't be so bad.
I got it right behind me, so go ahead and just go up.
You're behind me?
Yeah.
Can you try to follow me?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna get lined up straight. We'll go till we're out of batteries. You ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Am I losing you? Or are you keeping up? got a battery trying to keep up.
Okay,
Here, just
okay, now we're gonna go through. Phil's gonna drive. Should be an opening right there.
all right. Right on.
We're gonna go through a trail that I cut this spring. We're in 4. Oh, you want 2? All right. Here, you want performance mode?
I touch it right. It's more fun when we're not in 2.
Okay.
Not in 4, but now we better put it on. I don't want to walk back to the house.
So we gotta get up
Oh, this is gorgeous.
to that opening.
Now, this isn't good deer habitat, but it sure is pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Rub.
Oh yeah,
Got a rub right there. We're using it. Got a set of tracks right there. I don't know, it might have been squirrel track, but
I cut this road. I connected all the way from the west hayfields all the way to the driveway. And it's all kinds of different terrain. We'll start at the top and we'll come out on the bottom. What my favorite micro plot at the bottom. Matter of fact, the only buck we got this year was in that
micro plot. Come on, catch up. You hanging? All right.
Sorry, now you gotta catch up. This is where I came across a rock shelf on the way up with the excavator. We're following a ridge that way.
That's it.
And I had to bust them rocks out. Some of them were the size of like Volkswagens. But I did it, so I got one little narrow pocket that we got to find.
How did this plot turn out with the green?
This was the very last one, and it not much.
Not much?
Not much.
But
then again, I got, it was that drought. I mean,
it was tough. That last plot that you and I planted at my place that we dug up,
yeah,
it sat for, I'd have to say it went 6 weeks before it sprouted. You can't do nothing without moisture. A car don't go without gas.
Nope.
Plants don't grow without water. This might be a good one to to throw buckwheat on, since you don't have any biomass going anyway.
Right.
Put buckwheat in and use that rotation for the summer.
I haven't driven this trail.
I don't know where the hell
once.
the trail is.
No, it's that
Straight?
way.
Okay.
Straight.
These two.
Yeah, it's just up here. I'm not sure where I wound it through. It might be right here.
Well, I see a tree knocked down over there. This looks like it could be a trail right here.
There, that's it right there, I think, to your right here. No, there it is right there in the middle.
That was your trail?
That was it. So.
Well, we need to come in and do some FSI.
Wait, what? You mean TSI? FSI?
Forest stand improvement.
Okay. Yeah, so there's the opening. So you got to work.
I got to get over more.
Yeah, you got to get over.
Okay.
I want to get an outside shot of this. So there, all right, there we go. Oh yeah.
Yeah, now you can see it. Well, the thing about wintertime is, it's the one time of year that your yard looks as good as everybody else's.
Good point. Look at this. The deer are using this trail right here.
Let's see how many times he's cameraman out in the cold before we switch back up. He gonna throw a hip out trying to get down this hill. You are gonna throw your hip out trying to get down this hill.
No, it's a pretty good run. Right. It'll be all right.
It's not bad. You'd think this is pretty tight incline. You'd think it'd be worse, but it's not bad at all.
We're hot in the front.
All right.
All right, I'm in.
Don't throw a hip.
Yeah, that would not be cool. Yeah, this is what I want to do at your farm. Put you a couple new trails down on your bottoms. Access or just riding or whatever. I remember this summer.
I'm sure that's a fair weather creek, but boy, that's a nice little flat down there. See how much you got, how much ground that is flat right through there?
Yeah.
There's a few big trees. I mean, I'm gonna make you anyway, but in all seriousness, I'm not doing this just to say it. What do you think about putting a little micro plot down in the bottom of this?
Well, we got to see the rest of this.
When you see a flat,
well, and the other thing is there's a big
flats are so rare in this kind of terrain.
Yep.
Even Southern Illinois, flats were rare. When you get down here, look at this shelf down here. It might only be 20 yards wide, but if you can make it, 75 feet long and have a little, a clover patch. Just a clover patch, something you don't have to come in and mess with.
This thing is gonna lay out, if it's 600 acres, it's gonna lay out like 700 or 800. That's why I spread it all out. Now access is always a challenge. There's a little ditch crossing right here. There's some water right there, another spring.
That's open. Yeah,
that's a spring.
Open water.
That's a spring.
Oh yeah, that's springing right out of here. Maybe we should go investigate that.
A
little bit of green back there. You got a dynamite spot.
This is like the 4th spring I've found on the property so far. Yeah, I mean it's dry, so that's uphill. So in theory, this should be running bone dry right up into here. There's squirrel tracks, rabbit tracks. Oh, that's pretty.
I do not have water here. This is where the spring starts, Joe. There's no water here, so the spring starts right there.
That's cool.
That's springing out.
That's
seasonal runoff.
Yep. That's cool.
Got some rabbit tracks, but this is your seasonal runoff right here in a water hole.
Wow. I need to mark this on my map or remember it. It's right next to this trail, but look at that. I bet you could drink that.
I'd mark it on X Hunt just so you don't forget about it. So I got a question, Joe. This is a question for me, legitimate, not a planted question. Would you come in and think about digging this down a little bit more to give it a little more depth? Make it a little more prominent.
I'll be honest.
I've never. Do you think this is enough? Do you think this is more than enough?
I'll give you my thoughts, and I'm gonna be honest. I've never, all my watering holes on all of our properties, I've never had a spring. Okay, so if this was just a ditch, I'd say no because it doesn't work good. It's porous, it's rocky. But with a spring, I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say down here, if the water's coming from up there, make this 5 feet deep and see.
Dig this out a little bit, maybe even build it up so that it gets a little more depth to it. So in it, because I'm sure even a spring and extreme drought is going to drop.
The problem with these is building them up, like making a dam, it'll blow out during torrential rains from all that 200 acres. It's just going to.
I see that.
Blow right by it.
But if you put a small green plot up there, like I said, just a little in the woods plot, kind of clear a little opening between here and there, and set up somewhere in between like a ladder stand to hunt off of to catch the transition between the green and the water. That might be a dynamite setup.
Yeah, the only issue is the winds, but I'm assuming your thermals are going downhill still.
It's an evening spot, without a doubt. You got a hog's back right here, where bucks might try to settle anyway. So if you was on this side of it, if you got deer bedded up there, and they can come and go and check does and everything else.
Cool, man.
Might not be a bad spot. Yeah. It's good. You're right. It's going to be a tough one, and you're going to hear more than one deer blow.
Oh yeah. I mean, just by the time you get in here, but if you're early enough, yeah, this is pretty sweet.
Or is it an evening spot a morning spot where you're letting the thermals go up?
Exactly. That could be.
It's more of a morning spot than an evening.
That could be. I know someone that would love to hunt it. Chance would love to be out here in the morning. Sweet. Sweet. All right, let's keep going, man. And the only thing I didn't see was deer tracks on it. You see any deer tracks?
No, I got rabbit tracks though.
Interesting.
Let me walk around it a little bit more and get another.
Now this thing's probably going to be wet now. This thing's probably going to stay wet for a quarter, half mile.
Or did your... You can edit this if you want. Or did your dumbass make so many other water holes this is no longer that significant to the deer?
I don't know, man. I just... it's such a learning curve.
In July, not necessarily for hunting purposes, but when the deer need the water, it'll be here for them.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, I've got a lot of food at my place that is going to exceed deer season.
Yep.
That has no benefit to me, only benefit to the deer. But ultimately, it is a benefit to me come next year.
Yep. All right, let's hop back in. All right, here we go. So let's see the snakes to the left here. This is where them deer ran earlier on the drone. They went that way.
Now there's deer trail. They're using the trails you cut. They weren't down there by the spring.
I think it cuts to the left right here.
Yep. Between here?
Yep, right there. Oh yeah, it's pretty. Thin out some of these cedars.
Well, yeah, that's where, but the only thing to do is see, I don't know, I've not seen much talk about hack and squirt on cedars. Everybody just cuts them down, because once you cut them, then they're done. They don't grow back. But I would really get somebody in here and get them to pay you to take these out. Regardless of what they pay you, you don't have to do the work, and they'll take a bunch of them out. Just give them a size limit. I want you can take down to a 4-inch cedar.
There's some tracks.
So they don't take it all out, but like somebody will give you good money for that cedar.
I don't know. I gotta call that place over there.
Relative.
You know.
Like that's a big cedar. They cut boards out of that one.
Yeah.
They'll cut boards out of that one. The smaller ones they'll cut into posts.
All right, I'll go out and get an outside shot out here. It should snake. We should be getting close to my bottom plot. Okay, this don't look good. As soon as I get out, I was reviewing this. His wheels are spinning. Something's coming here. His wheels are spinning. Come on.
Okay, now what I would do, you can see right here, there's a persimmons tree. I would definitely release that tree by cutting the trees out from around it and get more persimmons, and I would mark this. This could be a hot spot if that's a female. Might be a male, but it could be, if it's a female, I'd be watching it this year. That could make a lot of persimmons and be a nice little hot spot. Put yourself up a stand in there. There we go. There's our tree right there for over the persimmons. That's what I would do. And that's a big marketable cedar tree right there. That thing's about, that's almost 2 foot around at the base. Action shot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I seen a persimmons tree and
I heard that. Ooh, this needs to be
use it if you want. Don't use it if you want. I just it seemed kind of a neat little.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, we're still hot here. All right, here is the bottom micro plot. pretty much the winter of the season. And this was just a fly-by-night idea. I found this field. I thought I found a Sasquatch bed in here for our regulars. It was like 8 feet high of brush. Just kicked a deer up here. I've been bush hogging for the last hour. So he or she was just laying up there, probably a doe. But I don't know if you could see, look at how steep this is, man. This is cool. Bush hogged it, sprayed it twice, planted it, and man, did we have some mature bucks in here. And this is where Chance got his on the wall now. Well, it's at the taxidermist.
This was kind of the Cinderella story of food plots on your place this year, right? Of all the food plots,
yep,
this one wasn't supposed to be anything.
Nope.
And it was amazing. And that's the big thing that a lot of, you just never know.
No,
you don't know unless you try. Yeah, there was some people that said, oh, this isn't going to work, that ain't going to work. Effort equals results. And yes, you strike out every once in a while, but sometimes you try something and it just works, even when it's not supposed to.
Right. And this is a learning curve, learning these hills, because up there, I got the two, besides this, best growing plots up there. One of them is loaded with deer almost every night, and that it's just learning how they travel. Like you said, the one plot is only half as good as the other one, but they're only 400, 500 yards apart.
Go figure. And why?
Why? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean we're about a week away from doing a tour of my place.
Yep.
And there's successes where I expected them, failures where I expected them, but there's also failures where I didn't expect, and successes where I didn't expect. Yeah. And that's kind of the it can be frustrating, but it can be fun also.
Oh, absolutely.
In the same breath that we're learning. Just like my favorite part of moving to a new location is just learning the ground, or learn. And I'm talking outside of deer, and I'm talking about just moving to a new geographic location. We love to just drive around and learn the area, yep, learn where the stores and the restaurants and such are. That's fun, and that's what this is. This is what worked, what didn't work, what transferred from what we knew.
Good time. I remember Sharon helped me with this one, and I was hurting. My back was hurting, and she's like, no, you want to get stuff done. And so she kind of nudged me, and it was a nice summer day. We had a lot of fun putting up that blind. I remember, and she's like, well, why don't you move it up like right closer? I'm like, no, you don't want them too close, plus they're rifle hunting. And it worked out great. This is where he harvested that big 9. He calls it a 10-pointer. We'll give him credit for it. But hey, let's keep going. We got
you know how I go. If you can hang a ring on it, it's a point.
Well, then he got a 10
look at how great that shot is. I'm going to back up to the point of, we're going to go straight back.
Yeah, you cover a lot of this, but yet you're tucked way back in the trees.
Okay, so this is the straight line of sight. Look at what an awesome camouflage that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, deer got better eyes than us, but that's going to be a hard one to pick out. I've got some blinds that I need to, that I have tweaked, and that I need to tweak a little bit more as we've learned. But that is an awesome setup, and I think you hit it right on the first try with that one.
Yeah.
Maybe you might trim a lane, but I wouldn't move that stand.
Right. No. And I got it set up where the driveway you can sneak in and out really easy and quiet.
That's the best part. I don't have good egress at this new property. I had it in Southern Illinois, but I didn't have as good a deer hunting either.
All right,
okay, let's see this. I'm gonna take one more look. Taking footage. So there's a window right there.
Yep.
You can see. I don't know if my finger's right or not. Back up till I hit something and then left.
I mean, they even, there was an 8-pointer he passed a few times. He got some video, and they're looking up at that blind. I mean, but it's still camoed very well.
Even a deer coming through here that's skirting it, even for a bow shot, it's not so bad. I might take out that tree right there. I think I'd still take out that tree myself. Joe and I don't always agree on things, but that's okay. It's okay
to be... This front tree, the big one?
This big one right here. I'd take that out and trim them other ones out a little bit. Maybe trim that up. I would maybe trim that up a little bit, just to where, you know, we got to squat down and get it deer's eye level, and then just enough that you can shoot underneath of it. But that's me. It's awesome that we don't agree on everything, so that we have different perspective to look at. And every once in a while we go, well, damn it, he's probably right.
We're gonna go up a hill again, another one on the opposite side now. Try out the Polaris in the snow. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. I haven't told you, but the former property owner came by. He asked for a favor to do something, which I granted. It's something with his parents on the property. And he looked at this. He's like, "This is amazing." He goes, "That was a totally inaccessible area." Going that way. He's like, "This is just amazing what you've done with it." I'm like, "Well, it's just what I do. I mean, I enjoy doing it."
Love it.